Dear city members of TPO House, distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. I'm Jerong Cho, Director of the TPO Secretariat, and it's my absolute honor and pleasure to be here today for this very special occasion. On behalf of TPO, I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. We appreciate you taking time off your busy schedules to join us today. So please have a look at the slide on this morning's program. Right, so we begin with the introduction of participating member cities. And following the introduction, we move on to opening and welcome remarks. And the following programs are intended for the activity report for 2020 and introduction of TPO new project to be presented by the TPO Secretariat. Afterward, we will begin the special session under the different themes informed you earlier. And finally, closing remarks will be provided to close out this morning's program. So without any further ado, let's get started with the introduction of our participating member cities. I will introduce our member cities in alphabetical order. So when you hear your city's name, please wave your hands and be recognized. Ladies and gentlemen, we are glad to welcome the representative from Baobao City. Please welcome. Thank you for joining us. And it's our great pleasure to welcome Bitung. Thank you very much. And the next one I'd like to introduce is the representative from Bogor Regency. Thank you very much. Thank you. And please welcome Jailolo with a big applause. Thank you very much. And put your hands together to welcome the representative from Jakarta. Thank you very much. And next, please welcome the representative from Langru. Thank you, sir. And please welcome the representative from Maumere. Excellent. And put your hands together to welcome the representative from Nias. Okay, just left the seat. Maybe she'll be back soon again. So, and please welcome the representative from North Sumatra. Thank you very much. And please welcome the representative from Padang. And the next one is the co-president of TPO, Mayor of Pariaman City. Once again, please welcome the representative from Pariaman City. Okay, I think they are just disconnected. They will be joining us again. And the next representative is from Samosir. The mayor just joined the meeting. Thanks for joining us today. So the next one is the representative from Samosir. Okay, please welcome the representative from Serdang Bedagai. Dr. Genius, would you please mute your microphone, please? I'm introducing the participating member cities.
I'm Jimmy Sumar, Mayor of Pariaman.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
And the next one is from Taliabu. And the next one I'd like to welcome is from Tambrau. Thank you very much. And I'm very pleased to have the representative from Yogyakarta. Thank you very much for joining us today. And thank you very much. And we have also invited special guests from Pasuruan and Central Java, and UCLG, United Cities and Local Government. And lastly, the next distinguished to honor us with his presence is Professor Dr. Kim Soo-il, Secretary General of TPO.
Hello, selamat pagi.
Thank you very much indeed for joining us to attend the meeting. And once again, a very warm welcome to all of you. So before we begin, I'd like to invite Dr. Jo Dalia, Deputy Secretary General of TPO, to explain about the main purpose and objectives of today's meeting.
Apa kabar? Senang bertemu dengan Anda. Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me?
Yeah, clear.
We can hear you clearly,
Okay,
sir.
Yeah, thank you. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you to this virtual conference for the member cities in Indonesia. I'm Dalia Jo, Deputy Secretary General of TPO. I'm very glad to see you again, Mr. Genius, Mayor of Pariaman, Mr. Sukirman, Mayor of Serdang Pedagai, Mr. H.S. Tamri, Mayor of Baobao, Mr. Gabriel Asem, Mayor of Tambrau, Ms. Ria from North Sumatra, Mr. Irwin from Padang, and the delegates from other cities. I would like to thank you very much for joining us. TPO regional meeting is a gathering for TPO member cities in the region. Potential members are also encouraged to join the meeting. It normally takes place once a year by the region. Last year, the regional meeting for Indonesia was held in Jakarta in February. Unfortunately, we have no choice but to hold a virtual conference for this year's meeting because of the corona pandemic situation. At this meeting, the representatives from the member cities are provided with the detailed information on the TPO activities, including new initiatives and projects. We are also to discuss on the TPO activities and projects to maximize benefits of the members in the region. Any proposals or opinions for the TPO activities or developments of the tourism industry in the region will be welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jo, for the details. To kick off this morning's program, we are pleased to have Professor Dr. Kim Soo-il, Secretary General of TPO, to deliver his opening remarks. Please welcome Mr. Secretary General.
Halo, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, salam sejahtera. Yang terhormat Bapak Dr. Genius, Co-President TPO, dan juga Wali Kota Pariaman. Yang terhormat Bapak Sukirman, Wali Kota Serdang Pedagai. Yang terhormat Dr. Tamrin, Wali Kota Baobao. Yang terhormat Bapak Gabriel Asem, Bupati Tambrau. yang terhormat Ibu Ria, Kepala Dinas Pariwisata Sumatera Utara, dan bapak-bapak dan ibu-ibu dari pemda-pemda anggota TPO di Indonesia. Saya senang sekali bisa bertemu lagi dengan bapak-bapak dan ibu-ibu, walaupun bukan tatap muka, tapi kali ini lewat online. Sudah lebih setengah tahun saya tidak bisa ke Indonesia sejak saya terakhir ini berkunjungan ke Medan, Samosir, dan Serdang Bedagai pada akhir tahun lalu. Akhirnya hari ini kita ketemu lagi melalui di video. Sejak penularan wabah COVID-19 mulai tahun ini, seluruh dunia dan negara, termasuk Korea dan Indonesia, telah menghadapi guncangan serta krisis ekonomi dan masyarakat yang kuatnya belum pernah dialami sebelumnya. Dan krisis ini secara khususnya terasa paling berat dan nyata di bidang industri pariwisata. Demi mencegah masuk dan menyebarnya pandemik ini ke dalam negeri, setiap negara menutup perbatasannya dan rute penerbangan internasional. Bahkan industri seperti penerbangan, perhotelan, restoran, rent-car, konvensi, dan lain-lainnya yang berhubungan langsung dengan industri pariwisata secara drastis terganggu akibat COVID dan juga akibat langkah-langkah pencegahannya. Dalam kata lain, dampak negatif dari COVID ini sangat musnah, krusial, dan luas pada ekonomi, rekrutmen, pendidikan, dan bidang-bidang lain selain pariwisata. Tujuan utama diadakannya webinar ini yang diikuti oleh seluruh kota anggota TPO di Indonesia adalah untuk saling mungkin menghiburkan antara sesama kota anggota TPO yang sama-sama terletak di dalam situasi sangat gelap dan juga situasi frustrasi. Kemudian kita juga coba menggali inspirasi, ide-ide, insight yang imbang, realistik, dan efektif yang bisa diterapkan untuk mempertahankan jiwa atau nyawa industri pariwisata yang saat ini sedang terancam secara serius. Ada sebuah pepatah yang kami sering sebutkan saat mengalami krisis, yaitu ambil krisis sebagai peluang. Saya kira pepatah ini sangat wajar. Kita tidak boleh tunduk atau menyerah pada halangan COVID ini. Malahan harus bangkit kembali, harus memulihkan semula sistem dan semua aspek kehidupan negara dan masyarakat, termasuk bidang pariwisata. Bapak-bapak dan ibu-ibu yang terhormat, walaupun pandemi kali ini adalah bencana yang tak mudah terkendali dan luar biasa senginnya, saya yakin bahwa tentu akan ada akhirnya dengan itu. Dan akan ada juga normalisasi kembali kehidupan aman dan damai bagi kita semua seperti dulu. Kita harus confident pada kepercayaan ini dan berusaha keras untuk merealisasikan kepercayaan ini sebagai realitas dalam waktu tidak lama. Memang landscape atau pemandangan dunia pariwisata yang kita menemui pada saat COVID-19 ini sangat berbeda dibanding sebelumnya. Dari segi sistem atau paten, operasi, dan alirannya. Saya pikir kita harus siap untuk beradaptasi se-efisien dan se-kreatif mungkin kepada fenomena yang disebut new normal. Saya yakin pengetahuan, kesadaran, dan upaya adaptasi kita ini akan segera menjadi energi yang membuat krisis menjadi peluang. Saya kira terakhir ini sering saya pikirkan bagaimana kita bisa make tourism alive, hidup untuk atau sustainable amid such a horrible pandemic. Prioritas utama pada saat ini menurut saya saat ini yang sangat desperate begitu. Jadi adalah menjaga industri pariwisata untuk sustainable dulu. Pikiran tentang kemakmuran atau soal laba nanti saja. Dalam konteks ini kita harus rajin mengembangkan langkah-langkah yang bijak, realistis, dan jelas yang bisa diterapkan langsung dan segera. Antaranya saya mau mengemukakan nilai disiplin rakyat. Disiplin rakyat pada zaman pandemi ini berarti kesadaran rakyat tentang pentingnya perlakuan masing-masing untuk menghormati dan menghayati guideline atau protokol terkait pencegahan pandemi yang dimandatkan pemerintah, seperti pemakaian masker, social distancing, hand washing, dan sebagainya. Mengingat keadaan di mana belum wujud vaksin atau obat-obatannya, disiplin rakyat untuk menyekat penyebaran atau transmisi wabah corona ini merupakan satu-satunya harapan kita. Lockdown masyarakat dan ekonomi pun tergantung pada disiplin ini. Kalau disiplinnya sia-sia, penularannya akan cepat spread begitu. Dan lockdown masyarakat, lockdown ekonomi terpaksa harus dilaksanakan. Karena itu, menurut ahli, disiplin saat ini adalah ekonomi. Dengan asumsi disiplin rakyat sudah matang atau terjamin, kami baru bisa mimpi perkembangan di tahap-tahap selanjutnya. Pada tahap sekarang, yaitu tahap masih dalam pandemi, kita bisa berani pelan-pelan mengaktifkan kembali tourism di peringkat domestik mungkin. Untuk menuju ke arah itu, saya harap para anggota TPO di Indonesia mengembangkan paket strategi melalui MOU antara sesama kota anggota TPO untuk saling memberi umpamanya manfaat, kemudahan-kemudahan seperti diskon, harga perhotelan, rent-car, biaya antri ke fasilitas-fasilitas pariwisata kepada wisatawan dari kota-kota TPO lain di Indonesia. Untuk tahap selanjutnya, untuk maksud saya tahap pasca COVID-19 juga kita sudah harus menyiapkan daftar strategi atau kebijakan yang memiliki efek yang cepat, efisien dan aman. Selaras dengan matlamat dan harapan seperti ini, Sekretariat TPO sedang merencanakan TPO World Tourism Webinar Forum pada waktu antara Oktober dan November tahun ini yang menghadirkan para pejabat tinggi yang membuat kebijakan pariwisata di beberapa negara penting dan juga para CEO yang terkemuka di kalangan bisnis dan juga para ilmuwan terkenal di dunia di bidang pariwisata dan lain-lain. Kemarin saya sudah koordinasi dengan Bapak mantan Wamen Kemenpar RI, Bapak Sabda Nirwandar, agar beliau memimpin webinar tersebut. Nanti saya harap banyak anggota TPO juga ikutan memanfaatkannya. Akhirnya sekali lagi saya mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada seluruh perwakilan kota anggota TPO di Indonesia yang ikut konferensi virtual TPO untuk wilayah Indonesia hari ini. Harapan saya besar sebagai saya sendiri seorang orang Korea yang bekerja hampir 5 dekad dengan bangsa dan negara Indonesia. Satu saat seorang pemimpin Indonesia yang terhormat dan mampu memimpin badan internasional TPO ini ke masa depan. Masa jabatan Presiden TPO yang sekarang dipegang Bapak Gubernur Busan berakhir pada November tahun depan. Berarti Presiden TPO baru untuk periode 2022-2024 harus terpilih pada waktu General Assembly di Medan, Sumatera Utara tahun depan. Kami menjangka lebih dari 1.000 pegawai pemerintah dari lebih 100 Pemda dari Asia Pasifik akan berkumpul di Medan, Sumatera Utara. Ucapan terima kasih sekali lagi disampaikan kepada Dr. Genius selaku Wali Kota Pariaman dan sekaligus Co-Chairman TPO. Beliau berkomitmen kuat untuk bersumbangan pada perkembangan TPO serta peningkatan status negara Indonesia di dalam TPO. Dan juga apresiasi yang sama kepada Pak Tamnin, Pak Sukirma, Pak Gabriel, Ibu Ria, dan semua perwakilan dari Pemda-Pemda anggota TPO hari ini. Sekian dulu sebagai opening remark. Terima kasih atas perhatiannya. 감사합니다.
Thank you, Professor Dr. Kim. It's a very meaningful and special opening remarks. So continuously, please join us right now to invite Dr. Genius Umar, Co-President of TPO, Mayor of Pariaman City, to deliver his welcome remarks. Please welcome.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi. Yang saya hormati My Excellency President of TPO Tourism Organization for Asia Pacific City, and also Secretary General of TPO, and all members of TPO all around Indonesia. So we know representative from Ambon City, Bau City, Bitung, Bogor City, Jailolo, Jakarta, Langsa, Mumbere, Nias, North Sumatra, Padang City, Samosir, Sedang Pedagai, Surabaya, Telibu, Tambiru, and Yogyakarta. And also our special guest that will come is the Governor of Central Java, and also all representatives all around Indonesia. And also in the beginning of my speech, I would like to welcome remark for all of you, and also my thanks for all of you, because in TPO in Indonesia region, we can be able to present this meeting. That's a very, very valuable meeting for us in the era of this corona. This meeting should be happen in Jakarta by directly face-to-face, but now because of coronavirus, we do by webinar. This is new normal of us to do meeting now. So seterusnya saya teruskan dengan bahasa Indonesia. TPO ini adalah jejaring antara pemerintah kota dan swasta dalam kancah pariwisata. Dan organisasi ini diberikan tanggung jawab untuk mendorong anggotanya bekerja sama untuk mendukung industri pariwisata. Tujuan organisasi ini diimplementasikan dalam sebuah proyek di lapangan seperti pertukaran informasi, opini antar anggota, pemasaran destinasi wisata, pengembangan produk pariwisata baru, pembinaan sumber daya manusia di sektor pariwisata. Dan ini telah berlangsung dengan baik di bawah manajemen TPO, di bawah Sekretari Jenderal Profesor Kim. Dan karena situasi virus corona ini, kita tidak bisa melakukan pertukaran pendapat secara langsung, tapi kita lakukan melalui webinar. Nah, kita sama-sama tahu bahwa dengan adanya virus corona yang ada sekarang ini, kita mengalami penurunan ekonomi kita. Sebelum ada corona, saya contohkan Kota Priaman mengalami pertumbuhan lebih dari 6%. Kemudian karena terjadi coronavirus ini, kita mengalami penurunan yang sangat tajam, dari mana kontribusi pariwisata di Kota Priaman sampai dalam kontribusi 40%. Dan ketika kita mengalami lockdown beberapa bulan yang lalu, hampir sama sekali pertumbuhan ekonomi kita di sektor pariwisata hampir tidak ada. Dan sekarang kita telah membuka pariwisata dengan secara terbatas dan kita mulai mengalami pertumbuhan dengan angka sekitar 2-3%. Kenapa demikian? Kita tidak bisa selalu berdiam diri untuk melakukan lockdown. Kenapa? Kota Priaman adalah satu-satunya pusat pertumbuhan ekonomi dalam melalui sektor pariwisata, dan sekarang kita buka kembali, tetapi dengan secara konsep new normal. Berbagai protokol kesehatan kita lakukan, berbagai pemeriksaan untuk para tamu-tamu wisata kita lakukan, kemudian juga penjagaan secara ketat berbagai warung, hotel yang ada dengan melakukan protokol kesehatan. Dan demikian di satu sisi, ya, keberadaan virus corona tetap ada, tetapi di sisi lain pertumbuhan ekonomi kita harus tetap kita laksanakan, sehingga dua hal, kita jaga sektor kesehatan, di sisi lain pertumbuhan ekonomi yang merupakan kebutuhan pokok masyarakat pun harus kita lakukan. Nah, mungkin banyak daerah, banyak pengalaman yang dilakukan untuk mengatasi virus, mengatasi pertumbuhan ekonomi di sisi di satu lain kita juga mengalami bencana corona ini. Saya contohkan Kota Priaman sekarang, di samping sektor pariwisata, kita menjadikan sektor pertanian menjadi lokomotif kita. Kenapa demikian? Sektor ekonomi ini yang belum, yang tidak terdampak begitu kuat dengan virus corona ini, sehingga dengan melakukan pertumbuhan ekonomi dari sisi pertanian, sehingga kita pengurangan yang ada di sektor pariwisata itu bisa kita lakukan. Mungkin ada banyak sharing pengalaman dari berbagai kota yang ada di Indonesia ini, bagaimana siasat, bagaimana strategi untuk tetap tumbuh atau tetap bertahan secara ekonomi, tapi dalam menghadapi pandemi virus corona ini. Setiap kota pasti banyak caranya, itu adalah merupakan pengalaman yang berharga bagi kita. Nah, melalui TPO ini bisa menjadi jembatan bagi kita untuk melihat dunia luar. Kita juga bisa melihat bagaimana kota-kota lain di Asia Pasifik menghadapi virus corona, tetapi di sisi lain pertumbuhan pariwisatanya tetap kita lakukan. Dan mungkin ada cara-cara baru bagaimana kita melakukan pemasaran pariwisata kita, mungkin cara-cara baru bagaimana kita mengembangkan destinasi wisata kita, misalkan dengan cara-cara wisata virtual yang bisa juga kita lakukan. Dan juga melalui TPO ini kita juga bisa menjadi jembatan bagi kita gerbang bagaimana dunia luar bisa melihat kita. Saya contohkan bagaimana pihak Korea, bagaimana anggota-anggota lain dari TPO ini memandang sisi Indonesia dari sisi positifnya, memandang berbagai best practice yang kita lakukan untuk bisa diterapkan di negara-negara lain di Asia Pasifik ini. Karena itu TPO ini adalah pintu masuk dan juga pintu keluar untuk melakukan berbagai best practice yang ada di Indonesia, di negara kita, dan juga seperti apa juga best practice yang ada di negara lain di Korea. Dan juga apa yang dihadapi oleh negara lain bisa kita tahu juga, dan inilah momentum organisasi kita yang sangat luar biasa. Walaupun dalam virus corona, pandemi corona ini, kita tetap melakukan aktivitas, melakukan rapat yang kita lakukan setiap tahun ini, rapat tahunannya. Kemudian di tahun depan juga kita Indonesia akan menjadi tuan rumah pertemuan General Assembly untuk TPO Asia Pasifik akan dilakukan di Sumatera Utara. Karena itu kita sebagai anggota Indonesia, kita harus sama-sama mendukung tuan rumah yaitu Sumatera Utara untuk menjadi tuan rumah yang baik dalam pelaksanaan General Assembly tahun depan. Kemudian seperti pesan dari Profesor Kim tadi bahwa diharapkan tahun depan Indonesia bisa menjadi menjadi ketua untuk Asia Pasifik atau menjadi presidennya, dan kita bisa memilih gubernur-gubernur mana yang terbaik di Indonesia yang bisa kita pilih. Tetapi satu lagi catatan saya mohon maaf Profesor Kim, karena filosofi TPO ini tetap ada pada Profesor Kim, meskipun presidennya bisa berubah, tetapi sekretari jenderalnya Profesor Kim masih sangat diperlukan di TPO kita ini. Demikian sekedar pengantar dari saya. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. So moving on to the next program, which is about the report on TPO activities undertaken to date. In connection with this, Dr. Joe Dahlia, Deputy Secretary General, will make the report. Please welcome Dr. Joe.
Yeah, I'm again. Yeah, I would like to report on TPO activities. As you may know, TPO holds several meetings for the operation of the organization and implements TPO activities in order to cooperate and exchange among members and to develop the tourism industry. As activities for 2020, we planned TPO Forum, which will be hosted by Winzhou, China in October. Presidential meeting, 2 executive committee meetings, and the regional meetings by the country. In addition, as TPO joint projects, 3 joint marketing programs are scheduled. And as human resources development projects, CLEAD, which will be hosted by Bang Ninh province and the Hai Phong city of Vietnam. And the capacity building for officials of member cities are planned. Unfortunately, however, due to the coronavirus pandemic, most of the planned TPO activities to date have become impossible. In the meantime, we are fortunate to hold this virtual conference for the member cities in Indonesia. As you can see in the PPT, 2 projects, TPO Member City Tourism Information Exchange projects and TPO Tourism Network are currently in progress. TPO Tourism Network is a new project and will be explained by another Mr. Joe after me. Not implementing the planned activities due to coronavirus situation, we held successfully the first TPO webinar under the theme of COVID-19 and the recovery in the tourism industry on the 7th of July. Approximately 450 delegates from 127 member cities in 16 countries were participated in the webinar. Next, I would like to report on the activities of Mr. Kim Soo-il, Secretary General of TPO. As the visit to other countries are nearly impossible since January, Mr. Kim, with some staffs, visited foreign embassies and tourism promotion boards situated in Korea in order to discuss on the mutual cooperation. He also gave a courteous visit to Gyeonggi provincial government to invite the government to TPO membership. Mr. Kim was participated in video conference hosted by UCLG, United Cities and the local governments under the topic of strategies and challenges of local governments in achieving short-term goals of sustainable development goals in the pandemic period. Continuously will host virtual regional meetings for other countries. Also, executive committee meeting will be held through online on Sunday in October. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your details. And it's my absolute pleasure to introduce about our new project. The title of this project is namely Establishment of TPO Tourism Network. Within the given time frame, I'll focus on the introduction of the new project of some size and breadth. Please wait, the presentation slide comes up. Please wait for a few more seconds, please. But maybe I can give you a brief introduction. So looking at the background and purpose of the project, this initiative is aimed at facilitating tourism exchanges and strengthening cooperative system amongst the member cities. So it's essential for TPO to establish an inclusive virtual platform for global tourism businesses to utilize TPO network more conveniently. So we believe that the platform will surely be able to support and connect all the tourism stakeholders of our member cities with our global partners, recover and rebuild and shape the event, which will focus on business connections, recovering old ties and building new ones. So in terms of the project direction, the online platform can be used as a marketing tool to promote tourism resources and products of our member cities through a differentiated tourism corporate system. It will mainly help tourism-related companies to facilitate mutual communication and exchange, explore corporate tasks, and break barriers to ease of entry in a new market. So before we go into the detail, I will just briefly give you the project outline. As mentioned earlier, the project title is Establishment of TPO Tourism Network. The project period is from June 2020 to June 2021, and we are planning to launch the platform in early 2022. The project participants are quite broad, ranging from public to private organizations, in members. And again, it's worth mentioning that the main purpose of this project is to provide reliable tourism information and actual benefits for our members. So turning now from the main components of the project to highlight, this slide shows more details of the platform. So speaking of the project definition in short, TPO Tourism Network is a project to create a virtual platform as an online tool that enables B2B consulting, contract, and transactions. So stakeholders may share knowledge and information on tourism, achieving common interests and objectives. So now moving on to the main piece of the work, please have a look at the draft structure of the platform template. Can we just go to the next slide, please? Right, I think we've got a technical problem. I will continue to give you more details about our platform template. So we haven't yet decided whether to run the platform in English or multi-languages, but we are planning to introduce and promote the tourism-related organizations and businesses of our member cities and establish a DBMS, database management system, build an integrated marketing and sales engine for one-on-one consulting services for city government and enterprises. So as you can see, for different parts, establishment of integrated web pages, call for project and bidding, TPO travel trade virtual, which will be geared up for the main features of the platform. So the first tier of the template is composed of several sections regarding the introduction of TPO news and activities of the organization. And then if you look at the second tier of the template, we plan to establish integrated web pages for public and private tourism organizations. And then we will classify and categorize all of them into different subsections in consideration of various types of tourism organization. And one of the key functions that I'd like to point out is one-on-one online consultation service, which has multiple features. In particular, the search function with keywords and categories can assist the users in finding the right partners, products, or services by categorizing different types of tourism players and filtering keywords set by the users. And with regard to communication and dealing functions, this can enable tourism companies to communicate with each other. So basically, it allows users to send text messages and share images, documents, etc. The users can also make an appointment by sending a dealing request to their counterpart and continue consultation in the live chat box. And another key features are notification tool and online status indicator. One of the most important features could be available is online request for quotation system. The system supports a fully integrated request for quote processing. Users can select their desired vendors, distribute RFQs, collect and evaluate vendors' responses. So moving on to the next part, TPO has carried out numerous marketing activities for the member cities to attract more arrivals and to promote the tourism sector. So TPO Travel Trade Virtual is an online event as an extension of the live event, which helps the member cities and its businesses recover and rebuild and shape the event. Through the virtual event, we will focus on businesses' connections, recovering all the ties, and building new ones. So finally, we have got to the final part of the project regarding call for project and bidding. If public or private companies of our member cities have a business plan for travel project planning and development and submit it to a member city, the member city reviews the proposal and determine whether the company can be designated as a major cooperative partner. So in this section, I wish I could give you some more details about the bidding procedures and the way of submitting project proposals to the member cities. However, for now, we can give you only a draft bottom line of this part, but we have come up with an idea about the benefit for the project participant shown on the screen. And more details, please have a look into the box regarding the benefits for the project participant. So in drawing things to a close, I'd like to make a few comments about the project. Regarding my presentation today, it has only shown one possible framework. I hope I've given you some insight into our views of the new project. And we see this project as the key to improve the value creation for the benefit of our member cities that we have to offer. And we expect that we can adopt a more realistic and practical approach than the present plan of the project. And we, the Secretariat, have been doing a substantial amount of work over the last few months, but this is a continuous and unceasing project till the end of this year. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I conclude the presentation. We'll be very, very happy to take any ideas or suggestions for the improvement of our work that you might have during the discussion session. Thank you very much. So continuously, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for paying attention to the presentation. Moving on to the next program, to make this morning's program not just wonderful, but also a day full of learning and new experiences, we welcome you all to the special session of the regional meeting. The special session is divided into 3 different subsections. Again, I'd like to welcome you all to the first session concerning the ways of managing the tourism industry amidst COVID-19. This session is to share the cases on the theme and to exchange information amongst participants. And it will be chaired by the co-president of TPO, Mayor of Pariaman. So let us call on Dr. Genius Umar, co-president of TPO, for opening the first session. Please welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Cho Jae-jong, Director of Project Team of TPO. And you did very good presentation for us. Today, we're going to session 1 about presentation of the way of managing of tourism industry amid COVID-19. So we would like, in this session, we invite the Mayor of Jailolo, the delegation of Padang, and also myself as delegation of Pariaman, and also the Bupati of Mayor of Serdang Bedagai. So we're waiting for some AJ for you on the way of managing the tourism industry amid COVID-19. For the first moment, I would like to invite Mr. from Jailolo, the Mayor of Jailolo. The time is for you.
Okay, thank you for the chance for me, Mr.
So,
Genius, Mayor of Paria.
We call for Mayor of Jailolo.
I'm sorry, not Mayor, but I'm representing from the tourism department here. So Okay, Mr. Genius, my slide is working now. Okay,
Okay.
Mr. Genius.
Please,
Oh,
yes.
yes.
Yeah, good.
Okay,
Okay.
good. Yeah. Uh, Let introduce myself. My name is Haris. I'm the head promotion of the tourism department in West Halmahera Regency. And right now I will describing you about the new normal tourism in Jailolo. The firstly, Jailolo's backgrounds. Jailolo is the capital city of West Halmahera Regency. And Jailolo is one of from 9 districts in West Halmahera. And right now, Jailolo is the entrance to West Halmahera Regency. We have some potential in the tourism, like the nature. We have many beach, cave, island, mangrove tour, hot springs, and etc. We also have the culture interests like the traditional banquet food, dances, ritual, culinaries. I'm sorry, Mr. Genius, my voice is clear.
Okay, good.
Good. And next, we have a tourism event. We have a tourism event, 3 big events: Festival Teluk Jailolo, Rera Tumding Festival, and Spice Island Festival. And we're talking about the tourist visit before and on pandemic COVID-19. We have a big problem about the visitor, because here the number of visitor here is decreased. It's very low. It's not visiting from the other province or the outside from Indonesia. So it's a big problem for us. But the government has done on the pandemic, when the pandemic is closing activities, all destination, and of course close the center of the crowd and close the access entrance temporarily, and of course leads to stay at home for all people here and leads to keep healthy. And we're talking about the impact of this COVID is unproductive promotion step, because we confused to how to make the good promotion. I mean the promotion like with the media publishing or anything. We have no visitor here. The income is decreased, abandoned destination management, and high level of burden for the management. And this is the program when the new normal tourism in Jailolo. Right now, activities can be reopened, access reopened, but it's recommended to follow health protocols from the governments, like washing hands, put on a mask, keep our distance or social distance, and of course, keep clean itself. And the government have a plans post-pandemic. We have some programs, and one by one, step by step, we have already taken it, like a socialization of new normal tourism for the management, societies, and the visitors. And the next, we have plans to make like events, the spectacular promotion events. So maybe in the next year, we make like a big event to, I mean, make a light again for the event in the Jailolo. And of course, we make a training to preparing the human resources in tourism. and of course continue cooperation with the partner such as the TPO Korea, Ministry of Tourism of Republic Indonesia, and the travel agents, of course. And maybe I want to play a videos to describing our activities in the pandemic COVID-19. So I will play here. Mr. Pariaman, can I play the videos? Hello, Mr. Janice, can you hear me? The Major, Mr. Major? Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
Can I play a video?
Can
Because I have trouble
can do
here.
that. Please go on video, please.
Okay, I will try it because here is not good. Have a trouble connection. So.
From TPO Secretariat, could you please to run the video of Mr. Harris?
I'm sorry.
The job. Could you please to run the video from? Okay, good.
Okay, thank you. That's the video. So this is my question in our government and community programs to facing the COVID-19, and we hope after that we're getting the better for the new normal tourism. Thank you, Mr. Gisman. This is my presentation for today.
All participants, there, yes, here presentation from Mr. Aris from Jailolo district. This is a very wonderful presentation, and also we can view the video, the very wonderful video also. So on this session, we know we have some very good, beautiful scheme in Jailolo. I think for the next step, Jailolo will be very good tourism, the good tourism in Indonesia. Okay, thank you for Mr. Aris for a good presentation. Good, very good. And also for the next step, we go on to the presentation from Padang, Mr. Erwin. For Erwin, time is for you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Genius Mar, President of TPO, and also as the Mayor of Pariaman City. Do you hear me? Is it okay?
It's okay.
Hello? Okay. Okay, thank you very much. First, His Excellency Mr. Kim as Secretary General of TPO, the Honorable Mr. Zhu, Deputy of Secretary General of TPO, and other official leader of TPO, and also all of participants of TPO regional meeting from Indonesia. Good morning. John Un Achim, to all of you. Let me introduce myself. My name is Erwin M., Head of Cooperation Division of Padang City, and very thank you to Mr. Kim as leader of the TPO that already invited me to join this important meeting today. I'm not going into detail about the tourism in Padang City in post-COVID era, but I just going to share our experience during the pandemic COVID in Padang City. As you know that the first case of COVID-19 in Padang City happened on March 27, and after that we closed the school. So we changed the learning and teaching process from the school to home. We call it school from home. And then we also try to close all tourism objects in Padang City. It is in order to breaking the chain of COVID-19 outbreaks in Padang City. As you may show in this figure, this is the figure show us the trend of positive, recovered, and death cases of COVID-19 in Padang City. I already note from the April 22nd, I mean, to the June 28th. In this figure, you can see that the trend of positive case in Padang City slowly but sure tend to increase from 11 cases in April 22nd and become 429 in June 8th. It's followed by the recovered case in Padang City. In case of death, so they remain stable till June 8th, only not 20 deaths in Padang City. So we saw that the fatality rate in Padang City is quite low for the beginning of the pandemic case in Padang City. And then I can show you the second figure. This is show us the trend of positive case, especially in June, starting from 7 to 27 June in 2020. You can show that actually the trend of this positive case tend to decrease significantly. In June 1st, we still not 214 cases, but at the end of June, 28th June, the positive case just 78 cases. It shows us that there is the significant decrease of the positive case in COVID-19 in Padang City. And we can also have comparison between the big cities in Indonesia. For example, this is the recovered case in Indonesia. For example, in Makassar, there is 29.5% recovery rate. Bandung 62.5%, and but Padang is the highest recovery rate. It means that the fatality rate in Padang City is quite low compared to Indonesia, and even compared to the world. Indonesia, the fatality rate, the recovery rate, I mean, only 41%, and world is 50%. So on June, Padang City is the highest in terms of recovery rates. And the question is, how can we achieve these results, this successful story of in manage the outbreaks of COVID-19? These slides show you number of activities or programs that has been done in Padang City. For example, in big scale social restriction first, that we also call it in Indonesia PSBB, pembatasan sosial berskala besar, tahap pertama, that's starting from the April 22 to May 5th. We have already set up 11 checkpoints of COVID-19. So in every gate in Padang City, and also from the border gates of Padang City with the hinterland city and regencies, we already set up the 11 checkpoints. This is to make sure that every visitors who come to Padang is clean of COVID-19 cases. And then we also making regulation for PSBB, big scale of social restriction. Yeah? And then the second PSBB, we also providing additional health facilities. For example, we are fulfill additional of rooms, additional structure and infrastructure, medicine and others. And we also identification and verification of households affected economically by COVID-19. This is our policy in order to recover the community who are infected by the COVID-19. This is starting from May 6 to 19 May of 2020. And on this phase of PSBB 3, we distribute food and financial aid. And we also make law enforcement of local regulation on COVID-19. And then we continue to the others PSBB stage until new normal. And I would like to mention that during the PSBB 1, 2, 3, and 4, Padang City do make the strict regulation. For example, by having the at least 4 checkpoints in the border of Padang with other hinterland city and regency, we already appointed all of department, head of department of Padang City are also involved to control the checkpoint. We are going to make sure that everybody who want to come to Padang City are very clean of COVID-19 cases. So once we find that the visitors has the high temperature, for example, we do force them to turn back to their origin region. So they cannot enter the Padang city. We do that in order to break down the chain of outbreak of COVID-19. And this is result in the shape that we show in this phase in new normal. You can see in this figure that the trend of positive case in new normal periods is tend to decrease or at least sloping. And meanwhile, the recovery rate is tend to increase. It means there's so many people already recovered from the COVID diseases. And this is the case after we enter the new normal periods. You can see from these figures that from the end of or at the early of the July until the end of August, the shape of or the trend of the positive case in Padang City, maybe same with the provincial condition, is tend to increase significantly. This is our big problem actually, because by implements the policy of the new normals, there is a wrong assumption from the community that they assume that new normal means there is no COVID-19 anymore. That is the big problem actually. So it's hard to force the community, the people, or to inform that the COVID-19 is still there, still around us. So be careful. But since the name of the policy is new normal, it means that by the assumption, so there is no diseases anymore. Now we are safe. So they are going to make activities as previous ones. So by not using the mask, not keeping the distance, and not washing the hands many times. That is our problem actually. So this figure can show us that this is the impact of the not high discipline of the community or people in order to implement fight the COVID-19 health protocol. So what I'm going to explain that why do the trend of COVID-19 increase in the new normal era is that this misunderstanding of these people who assume that there is no COVID anymore. This is the first problem. And then also the awareness of the people is not yet good in implementation of COVID-19 health protocol. And then the third one is sanction and also penalty has not been applied consistently. So actually we already have a major regulation that consists of penalty or sanction for those who are not use mask, who are not keep the distance, who are not implement the others regulation on COVID-19. But the problem is the law enforcement is not good enough so far. So it is our big challenge actually in order to break down the outbreaks of the COVID-19. Yeah, we realize that we know we are on the position of two poles position, whether we choose the economic choice or whether we choose the health choice. It's hard in our position, because if we are concerning about the health of the community, it means that we can implement PSBB, the next PSBB, the next, for example, lockdown of our city. So there is no visitor came to Padang and there is no people go out from Padang to other city. This is the big, I mean, the hard choice that can be done in the future, because if we choose this policy, it means that we have to provide some aid to the community, because by having the big scale restriction, it means that there is no economic activities among the communities. They have to stay at home. There is no economic activities. There is no trade activities, tourism activities, and so on. But the problem is, we are not a rich city. We are not the rich country. So that, and on the other hand, if we lose the policy of the health concerning health, it means that we are going to open the activities as usual, and that is the result of our policy now. The cases, the positive case of COVID-19 during the new era, new normal in Padang City tend to increase. I think this is same case in other big cities in Indonesia. So what is the solution for these problems? I mean, I mentioned that the big solution is we have to implement strongly the COVID-19 health protocol, namely use a mask, keep the distance, and washing the hands many times in order to overcome the problem of COVID-19 outbreaks in Padang City. I think this is the same case with the other city in Indonesia. And also, yeah, the other point that I want to mention here is that the trend of this positive case that tend to increase in Padang City is not, it's also caused by the testing rates of Padang City is also increased. I already get the data from the health department of Padang City that our testing rates in Padang City is more than 1,000 of per 1 million people. Means that it is higher than the WHO standards. We already test of the people more than 1,600 people already tested by the PCR test. Meanwhile, the standards of WHO is only 1,000 per 1 million people. So this is the reason why the positive case in Padang City is increased significantly during the new normal era. This follow our activity in order to tracing the suspect of people who are suspect to be affected by the COVID-19. Okay, next page. This the economic impact of COVID-19, as we can show this number of economic impacts of COVID-19. 172 companies laid off its employees, so can rise the unemployment in Padang City, and there are no visit to tourist destination and reduced income from tourist level. More than 5,000 workers are laid off, and also financial aid reception increased from 57,000 households to 144,000 households. Street vendors transaction in tourist destination reduced by 7 million in 2 months. So the groups that have the big impact of COVID-19 is street vendors, because we have so many small and medium enterprises in Padang City, thousands of small and medium enterprises in Padang City that also in tourism objects. They are very hit by the impact of COVID-19, and also reduce locally generated revenue of around 25%. So our revenue, our annual revenue reduced around 250 million just in 3 months, yeah, after pandemic COVID hit Padang City. And also the impacts in economy is reducing transaction in 9 market location. It reached 11 million per day. There are 12,000 small and medium business affected by 2-month transaction of 17.6 million. And other culinary, retail, services, craft, micro business also impacted by this coronavirus. And this is our challenge. There are 7 challenges, which is corrected economic growth to low. Yes, it is in line with the slowdown of economic growth, slowdown of the revenue of the Padang City. We need to also correct it, our economic growth become low. Previously, economic growth of Padang City reached 6.2% per year. It is quite high, but due to the pandemic COVID, it is become maybe lower than before. And then it's also reduced locally generated revenue as a source of development funding. Increased financing of health sector development. As we may know, that one patient will consume at least more than 10 million rupiah in order to recover them from the initial recovery until they fully recovered in our local hospital. It's also increased unemployment. It is increased poverty rates, and other is revived more than 12,000 small and medium enterprises affected by this virus 19, and also community readiness for a new culture. This is our other big challenge. How can we change the habitual of our community from the traditional habits to the new normal habits by using the mask, keep the distance, and also washing the hands many times in order to run their business normally. This is our big problem. And this is as from our cooperation side, we propose actually sister city cooperation with other cities in Korea. I already mentioned here, at least there are 3 potential cities from Korea that we propose to cooperate in the near future, which is Busan Metropolitan City, cooperation on tourism and trades. And the second one is Goyang City. We are going to promote cooperation on disaster risk reduction. This is on process. This is on frame of United Cities and local government, because Padang City and Goyang City are the member of UCLG ASPAC organization. And the last one is Suwon City. We are going to propose the cooperation with, on the field of tourism or heritage, health, and education. This is only the initial from Padang City side. In this case, I know that, of course, Mr. Kim, Mr. Joe, known very well about their own country. So please help us in order to searching which countries is suitable for Padang City in order to make the next cooperation in terms of tourism and trade, cooperation on disaster risk reduction, and also cooperation in tourism, heritage, health, and education. I think that is my presentation today. I hope we can share our own experiences in order to manage our pandemic COVID-19 in our city. Thank you very much. 감사합니다.
Thank you, Mr. Erwin, for very good presentation. You presented about the COVID decrease and also increase in Padang. And so the main point is the purpose of the sister city of Padang to Busan Metropolitan City, Goyang City, Suwon City, and other city. And need any assistance from TPO Secretary General, especially for Mr. Kim, to help to arrange any arrangement for the sister city. And I think this is good chance for all city in Indonesia to get a sister city to another side of member city of TPO. Thank you for very good presentation, Mr. Erwin. And also, the next one is Paraman City. But I'm also as a moderator in the station, so I would like to invite Mayor of Sedang Berdagai, Bupati Sedang Berdagai, Mr. Sukurman Subani, to deliver speech and presentation for this moment. For Mr. Sukurman Subani, the Mayor of Sedang Berdagai, time is for you. Sedang Berdagai.
Mr. Chairman, please allow me to make an important note. Please note that the time limit has been set for your presentation about 3 or 5 minutes. So please make sure you finish it within the time because we are running out of the time. Thank you for your cooperation in advance.
Thank you. Sedang Berdagai?
Ya, halo Mr. Genius Umar. Mr. Sukirman is Mr. Sukirman is the user for personal Sukirman. He is not in the office, but he is in another meeting. Please use the user personal Sukirman to see the presentation, and Mr. Sukirman will be speak.
Okay.
Personal Sukirman.
Please. You will send Sukurman video, you mean? Sedang Berdagai?
Yeah. Wait for second, Mr. Genius Umar. The camera is not open. Okay. Okay, Mr. Sukirman is with us right now. With the user personal Sukirman.
Okay, good. Mr. Sukurman. Mr. Sukurman, I don't hear your voice.
Please unmute Mr. Sukirman.
From TPO Secretariat, could you please to to unmute Mr. Sukirman, personal Sukirman. Mr. Sukirman.
Okay, Mr. Genius, you heard me now? You hear me?
Very clear. Your voice is very clear, Mr.
Okay.
Bupati.
Now, I would like to show you the staff of the village. Now, they are gathering with me in the field. Yeah. For Mr. Genius, you're a moderator of the conference. I would like to apologize that today I cannot present my presentation in the office because I am now a direct visit to the village of Tambacikur. This is one village which already also potential for tourism, village tourism and agro-tourism in North Sumatra.
Yes.
Okay, firstly, I would like to say hello to all of the participants of tourism promotion organization in Korea. And we are in Indonesia now, very sorry, because during pandemic 19, we would like to contribute also for the meeting and conference today. This is, I would like to promote, this is the head of the district, Mr. Kahar. This is the head of the district, where the district is growing so many palm oil, papaya, and also dragon fruits. And this is my staff now, they are very enthusiastic to following the conference from the fields. Even we not attend in the office, but we are direct to visit all of you through virtual methods. Ya, sayangnya tidak ada pohon-pohon papaya yang bisa kita tengok di sini. Yang ada di tempat tadi yang Bali tadi. Oke. Today I would like to show you kita masuk aja ke dalam ruangan dulu sebentar. To show you the potential of this is the palace, the replication of the palace Sultan Serdang. Ya. Terus lanjut. And then next, please next, tolong dibantu Yono, apa namanya, the general description ini. Okay, the general description of the tourism potential in Serdang Bedagai, Nature Beach, Bali Lestari, and also Pondok Permai, Wong Rame, Theme Park, and etc. And also we have natural Babolon River for rafting, and Berhala Island, Melati Tourism Village, Kota Baru Tourism Village, and culture, Sulamian Yapmos, and also so many tribe culture in several villages in Serdang Bedagai. Next. And also, terus, ini kok begini gambarnya nih? Ya, kita harus bergeser ke sini lagi yang ada nampaknya di sini. Okay, talking about the attraction, main product destination related to what to be visit and what to do. I would like to say that actually we Kabupaten Serdang Bedagai already prepare for tourism promotion organization 10th conference Asia Pacific in North Sumatra next year. Unfortunately, since the pandemic COVID-19 happened here, we are also now included to become a red zone. So not all people can visit my place because this is very potential for pandemic. Apa namanya itu menjadi cluster ya, to become a cluster of pandemic. So I would like to say in briefly here through moderator of Genius, during pandemic era, near to 8 months, we in Serdang Bedagai now still continue to prepare and improving the potential of tourism in village, such as in Melati village, and also in several villages like today we have visit to Serbajadi district, and we prepare about the fruits like papaya, cultivation, and also dragon fruits cultivation. And also we just finished looking at vegetables surrounding the backyard in Pulau Gambar village. So I would like to make a short presentation that Serdang Bedage, we are welcome and we are ready to visit for Tourism Promotion Organization 10th Conference Asia Pacific. And I think even we are in pandemic era, but we'll use the time for improving the attraction of tourism and also to building awareness of the people how tourism can potential to give value added for people in order to develop their economy skill in livelihood. And also the third, we are using the time to join collaboration between people to people, people to government, in order to make perfect the tourism attraction in my place. So, in conclusion, I would like to say that Serdang Bedage village is ready for welcome all of you to come after pandemic COVID-19 finish soon. I hope so. I think this is my presentation today, and I'm sorry, very sorry, because I'm now not in office, but I'm visit village. It's why so many villagers, many staff of district here join with us. Many people join with us, but I think it's very good for tourism because I'm not speaking alone, but this is a testimony by the people, by the staff, by the district village, by the head of village, by head of district and etc. Thank you very much, Mr. Genius. I will try. This is the potential Serdang Bedage tourism in camera. Yeah, and you can see so many people participating now. This is a really tourism. Even I must using the mask. I must wearing the mask because it's a procedure of people in zona like this. I hope you pray for us in Indonesia. You pray, I hope you pray for us in Serdang Bedage, and then pandemic COVID will be finished very soon. Thank you very much. Mana suaranya sana? Ya, itu dia wali kota. Okay, Mr. Genius, I think you can continue while I'm in the field now. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Sukuman. You did a very good presentation, also new kind of presentation with your people, and also all the member of TPO Indonesian sector, and also from TPO sector from Korea, can see your people also, the happiness of the people and anything, and then also your personal type of presentation is very good, and also we can see how you preparedness to reopen your tourism sector again, and also you invite us to come to Serdang Bedage to go for tourists. It is very good, and also good luck for you, and thank you for you. I hope we can meet again after this Corona period. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Sukuman. Say my regard for you people, Mr. Head of district, and any people beside and around you. Thank you, Mr. Sukuman. Okay, thank you. Next presentation after Serdang Bedage. So we invite Jakarta to deliver some speech for the limited time, and also so Jakarta, please, the time is for you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Genius. Let me introduce myself, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to say good morning from Yogyakarta. It is an honor for me to represent the city of Yogyakarta as the chief of Tourism Promotion Board of Yogyakarta. I would like to depict, I would like to present the paper depict the most recent condition of the tourism industry in transformation of new normal. My presentation, is it clear to you, Mr. Genius? Okay, I would like to continue. First of all, let us understand what is new normal for us. In Indonesia, new normal means adapting to new habits, which is encourage people to adjust their life to COVID-19 prevention, such as wearing face masks, checking body temperature, practicing social distancing or physical distancing, washing hands frequently, and especially for tourism industries, a rapidly changing environment has meant to be agile and adaptive. In slide 3, for views and suggestions in tourism industry, we have applied cleanliness, health, safety, and environmental sustainability, or GSA protocols. This movement, known as Indonesia Care, and has become a national campaign. Not only that, the Indonesian Hotel and Restaurant, also known as IHRA, has also started to verify their member to GHSA standardization as well as certification that will be published from Department of Tourism in Yogyakarta. This is our action to give trust to customer of tourism who will come to Yogyakarta. In other ways, reviving domestic tourism as to do a staycation has become a special strategy to recover tourism industries. In transportation sector, private car is preferred, in particular for family holiday. Next, slide 4. Next one, I would like to talk about existing activity. We also have experience after a month of lockdown. Outdoor activities are the most hunted things to do when it comes to vacation. At the same time, the city of Yogyakarta also ready to serve an event, become the home base for outdoor tourist activities because outdoor tourist attraction is located nearby in Yogyakarta. Cycling also becomes health, comfortable, and cheap transportation during pandemic. Here in Yogyakarta, there are a lot of cycling community who occasionally hold events that attract tourist attraction. As you can see, our Vice Mayor of Yogyakarta City, Mr. Heru Purwadi, on the left side, is one of routine cyclists. Last and the most important plan for 2021 is activated digital promotion and marketing. We proudly introduce JOG 274 as Jogja Tourism Promotion Project for 2021. In JOG 274, basically is digital platform to be prepared to online promotional programs for tourism attraction, hotel and restaurant, and other tourism product, also culinary and destination. It is also integrated in social media promotion and digital payment methods for tourists. To engage and build strong ecosystem, this platform will be encouraged by promoters or advisors who will share the brand of tourism merchant. We give example, Pay with Share is one of the main program that attract customers to get some discount from every purchasing merchant if they willing to share the brand in their own social media. Another program is we will organizing virtual fair and events to provide a marketplace for many tour and travel agency. In the end, I would like to make a closing statement by mentioning that we have learned a lot from this pandemic. new normal or by adapting to new habits is new way to thinking tourism industry in Yogyakarta and will be returned to a better normal. Finally, we would like to welcome you back to the city of Yogyakarta. Thank you very much for your attention. We are expecting to see you again in the near future. Matur nuwun, kamsahamnida. Thank you, Mr. Genius.
Thank you, Mr. Aldi from Jakarta for a very wonderful presentation. Now, so many information we get from you and good share for us. Thank you for your presentation, Mr. Aldi. Now for the next presentation is from myself from Pariaman. So I would like for the operator of TPO to present my presentation. This is Pariaman tourism sector. We have some good scheme that we can sell for any tourism for around the world. So we are the waterfront city. We have the beach. We have a 4 big river and also some small lake. And also we develop some infrastructure to support the tourism sector. In order to the coronavirus, Pariaman strongly support the experience of new normal for economic acceleration. So tourism to come live again without ignoring the health protocol. Okay. This is an evidence by the Mayor Regulation Number 27 of 2020 concerning new normal, productive, and safe guideline for coronavirus disease 19 in Pariaman, as the regulated point as follows, etc. 1. Provide opportunity for a community normally by implementing the health protocol. And second, explain how the good health protocol is. And third, set the new normal implementation which cover all aspects of social life. New normal implementation mechanism in tourism sector. During the implementation of new normal order, tourism activity can be reactive by implementing health protocol as follows. The tourism attraction protocol, and also tourism transportation service, accommodation service protocol, food and beverage service protocol, restaurant, cafe, etc. Tourism object protocol, administrator have required to provide soap and place to wash hand with running water. Everyone must wear a face mask or face shield. Everyone is required to apply physical distancing at tourism location and clean tourism facility and infrastructure, check the body temperature, and sneeze ethic, different entrance and exits, spraying of disinfectant, limiting of operational hour, do not shake hand and avoid touching hand. Accommodation service protocol, each guest will be checked for body temperature with thermogun. Each guest must wear a mask. Each guest is required to fill in personal data in attached format. Each accommodation staff wear a mask and glove, wear clean and neat clothes for staff, doing physical distancing, maintain personal hygiene, spraying disinfectant in room, having cooperation with the health authority, eat accommodation only except room service, and close restaurant and cafe. Tourism transportation service protocol, passenger capacity must be 50%, maintain distance between the driver and passenger, require driver and passenger to use mask and keep their hand from touching and out, keeping the mode of transportation always clean, perform regular spraying for the every transportation, both public and private, provide hand sanitizer in the vehicle, making appeal for clean and healthy living habit that easy for personal passenger to read. This is provision of food and beverage service protocol. Drink order must be takeaway, physical distance, make arrangement of number visit, avoid direct contact in terms of payment, must be mask, obligate to carry out and clean their healthy lifestyle, spray disinfectant, provide tool. It is some activity, new normal tourist illustration that we did in Pariaman City, like thermogan use, and also main gate of tourism sector, and also anything. It is a new normal tourism illustration in another tourism destination. Yeah, this West Hand. We in public area, so we give some waste hand in public area also. This is how to come to Pariaman. It's very near from Kuala Lumpur on only 15 minutes, and also from Jakarta is 1.5 minute, 1.5 hour. And thank you for your attention for this presentation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Kim. On the TPO Secretariat, this I think the session one we just did it, so we get some information in this session. So all city in Indonesia almost same problem. They have the cleaning of tourism sector in the face of COVID-19, and also we have to do any innovation to still take our economic increase. So such as how to promote the promotion of tourism, how to marketing our tourism, and anything. Maybe there's like virtual tourism, anything. So some presentation from any city, any mayor has did it, and then thank you for this session. I close this session also. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Junius Umar, Co-President of TPO, for your contribution. And I thank our speakers once again for their informative presentation. So continuously, we are about to begin session 2. This is the much awaited moment to hear from North Sumatra provincial government on their preliminary plan for successful hosting of the 10th TPO General Assembly next year. So in this regard, I'd like to welcome the speaker, Ms. Ria from North Sumatra. Please welcome.
Okay. Test. Hello, before I had to test my voice, where it was clear. Moderator?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. You can go ahead.
Okay. Okay, thank you. The Honorable Mr. Kim, Mr. Joe, Mr. Major of Pariaman, moderator, and all of our friends from Indonesia. My name is Ria. I am the head of the North Sumatra Provincial Culture and Tourism Office. First, let me convey healthy greetings to all of us. I hope we are all healthy and full of enthusiasm. Horas, salam sehat untuk kita semua. And at this time, I will present our preparation to be next host General Assembly TPO 2021. Let's see. First, of course, we have started to disseminate information to various parties, be it to the ministry, stakeholders, government agencies in the province, and to the city and district of North Sumatra. North Sumatra is one of the 34 provinces in Indonesia and consists of 33 districts and cities. Next. And second, budgeting. It is hoped that the funding for this trial activity will be collected from the ministry through the Lake Toba Authority Agency, from the North Sumatra government, and from non-binding donors. Of course, we also certainly expect financial participation from the TPO Secretariat. And for us to know, the North Sumatra Provincial Culture and Tourism Office has proposed a budget for this around 5 to 6 billion rupiah. I think is equal 400,000 US dollar. Okay, next. This is some of the activities that will be carried out of the event are General Assembly, belated meeting between countries, culture exhibition, art performances, and tour, both in city tour or out of town tours. It may take 5 to 6 days. Okay, next. There are some of the 5-star hotels in Medan. We can choose to say the main venue for the activities and General Assembly plan at the Adi Mulia Hotel. Okay, thanks. And the planned tour is a city tour in Medan, and there are several places outside the city. So we saw namely Lake Toba, ecotourism in Karo, village tourism in Serdang Bedagai, and seeing orangutan in Langkat. I think this is a very interesting place for us. Lake Toba is very unique because it happened from volcanic eruption 100,000 of years ago. And now it has been determined to be part of the UNESCO Geopark. Lake Toba is one of the tour option for us. Okay, next. Yes. Finally, as a conclusion, there are 3 questions that we want to convey. First, we hope that the committee will set an exact date for this activity. Secondly, how many participants will take part? And the third, how much assistance will the TPO Secretariat provide for this? This is very important, we know, as soon as possible for financial planning. Okay? And we can see the picture. Before. Sorry, yes. I want to explain this picture. This is me, and left, this is me when received the TPO flag from President of TPO in Seoul, Korea. And the right picture, this is me with a beautiful flower in Karo. For saying welcome to Medan, see you next year. Thank you very much. Okay, lanjut. Okay, thank you very much. And thank you for Mr. Kim. Terima kasih, Pak Profesor Kim. Kami menunggu kedatangan Prof. Kim kembali dan Mr. Joe ke Medan. Thank you very much. See you next year in Medan.
Thank you. Everything has its beginning, and being well prepared is a key to success. And thank you very much for your presentation indeed. And we the Secretariat will surely do utmost support for North Sumatra for the successful hosting of the next General Assembly. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope all of you are enjoying the proceedings so far. Such effort we have been making today will surely pave the way for us to move forward. So the last one is the discussion session that we will discuss under 3 different agendas. The first agenda is expansion of management of TPO member cities in Indonesia. And the second agenda is views and suggestions on the new project, existing activities and activity plan for the next year. And the last agenda is other matters proposed by the participating member cities. And this session will be chaired and led by Professor Dr. Kim Soo-il, Secretary General of TPO. So please join us in giving a very warm welcome to Professor Dr. Kim, Secretary General.
Terima kasih. Saya hari ini dengar banyak saran dan insight yang sangat mendalam dan sangat yang kreatif. Jadi saran dan perspektif yang dikemukakan melalui presentation tadi itu bersumbangan besar kepada sukses acara hari ini. Tapi sayang sekarang sudah waktunya lewat. Itu semula direncanakan acara ini berakhir jam 11 waktu Indonesia Barat, tapi sudah lewat. Tapi kalau diizinkan kita extend sedikit seperempat jam begitu. Di sini ada kehadiran beberapa kepala daerah. Jadi saya mau ajak beberapa antara mereka duluan. Boleh saya ajak Pak Tamrin Bau agar memberi ide atau saran yang berguna untuk mengatasi ini halangan yang kita hadapi saat ini. Pak Tamrin, silakan masuk. Ya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat siang. Om Swastiastu, salam kebajikan. Yang saya hormati Presiden TPO, dan saya hormati Sekjen TPO, Mr. Kim, dan juga rekan-rekan para kepala daerah, anggota TPO. Saya sangat menyambut baik acara ini diadakan, ya. Sehingga kita bisa jumpa-jumpa lagi meskipun lewat udara, tapi bisa mengobati kerinduan kita sesama anggota TPO. Singkat saja Pak Mr. Kim, saya sampaikan bahwa acara ini tentu kita mengharapkan dapat lebih merekatkan kembali persaudaraan kita antara anggota TPO yang harus berwujud secara konkret. Dalam rangka itu, wujud konkretnya adalah kita menjalin kerjasama kota-kota anggota yang mempunyai potensi yang mirip dan bisa saling mendukung, baik potensi budaya, potensi sejarah, potensi ekonomi, industri, potensi alam, cagar budaya, dan lain-lain. Ya. Jadi dalam rangka itu, saya ingin sebagai contoh wujud konkretnya, perlunya kita menjalin suatu kerjasama melalui kota kembar. Seperti saya pernah juga sampaikan kepada Mr. Kim Soil, Bau-Bau itu mengharapkan juga kita menjalin kota kembar dengan kota Miriam. Karena di sana ada potensi-potensi budaya yang merupakan kita dan juga potensi pertanian. Bau-Bau dengan kota metropolitan Busan, mungkin di bidang teknologi dan industri, sehingga bisa terjadi transfer teknologi di antara kedua kota itu. Bau-bau dengan Cina juga, karena disambungkan oleh cagar budaya berupa benteng. Di Cina itu benteng terpanjang di dunia. Jadi bau-bau ada benteng terluas di dunia. Sehingga ini juga bisa menjadi menyambungkan antara dua cagar budaya itu menjadi tempat-tempat yang layak untuk dikunjungi oleh para wisatawan. Karena tentu saja harapan kita anggota-anggota TPO ini tentu menjalin komunikasi dalam bentuk kerjasama itu satu sama lain yang tentu bisa saling mendorong industri pariwisata kita, mendorong pengembangan ekonomi, mendorong juga teknologi dan infrastruktur. Itu yang harapannya kita. Dengan adanya kerjasama-kerjasama ini, termasuk dengan yang lain-lain, saya kira akan bisa terjadi transfer-transfer satu sama lain, baik itu teknologi, baik itu sumber daya manusia misalnya. Nah, ini saran kami, kira-kira hal ini dapat difasilitasi juga supaya untuk mempercepat terwujudnya ini dapat difasilitasi oleh sekretariat TPO kita sebagai organisasi yang kita banggakan, yang kita andalkan untuk bisa memfasilitasi segala sesuatunya. Ya. Jadi saya kira kami juga berkomunikasi dengan Pasapta supaya bisa mendorong juga peningkatan status benteng keraton di dunia itu untuk diangkat ditingkatkan statusnya menjadi warisan dunia, mungkin melalui UNESCO kan ya. Nah itu Pak Mr. Kim Soye, saran-saran kami, karena waktu juga terbatas, mungkin itu dulu. Kita nanti mudah-mudahan corona ini secepatnya kembali ke dunianya, sehingga kita bisa lagi berinteraksi, berkomunikasi secara langsung untuk mengembangkan pariwisata di daerah kita masing-masing. Saya kira itu saja, sekian dan terima kasih. Kamsahamnida.
Terima kasih Pak Tamnin. Kita sudah menjadi sahabat lama, jadi saya senang bisa bertemu walaupun lewat ini video dengan Bapak. Di sini juga ada Pak Gabriel Asem, Pak dari Tambaro, bisa disambung? Silakan Bapak.
Selamat siang.
Selamat siang, Pak.
Ya, saya dari Papua.
Ya.
Saya Kepala Dinas Pariwisata, mohon maaf Pak Gabriel Asem tidak bisa hadir. Yang DPR, beliau tidak bisa hadir.
Ya, ya.
Beliau. Jadi kami dari Kabupaten Tambrau berterima kasih kepada TPO, Bapak Sekjen, kami bisa bergabung dengan TPO. Kami awal dan mudah-mudahan melalui TPO ya, pariwisata Tambrau bisa maju, kerjasama ke depan diharapkan sehingga Tambrau bisa maju pariwisata. Mungkin dari kami seperti itu. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih, Pak. Memang ada juga bapak-bapak, ibu-ibu yang mau juga mengemukakan ide atau saran. Juga kalau ada silakan, kami terbuka secara bebas kepada para hadirin. Memang Jogja tadi, ya silakan Pak. Oke, silakan.
Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih, Mr. Secretary General. Saya pakai bahasa Indonesia tidak apa-apa ya?
Ini tadi sesi 1, 2 cukup pakai bahasa Inggris. Jadi bagi saya pribadi kesempatan untuk praktek bahasa Indonesia. Terima kasih.
Ya. Untuk expansion and management TPO member cities in Indonesia, kami mengusulkan jadi supaya TPO bisa menambah member city di Indonesia. Hal ini menurut saya penting karena apa? Kita bisa berkolaborasi dalam meningkatkan promosi pariwisata di antara kota kita juga, dan interstate relationship bagi 98 kota di Indonesia yang sudah bergabung dengan TPO baru 18. Jadi menurut saya mungkin kalau bisa ditambah lagi anggota dari member city yang ada di Indonesia. Untuk yang kedua, untuk views and suggestion on the new project, existing activities and activity plan of 2021, kita sangat mengapresiasi untuk kegiatan webinar dari TPO, dan meskipun secara online di tengah pandemi corona, tapi ini membuktikan bahwa kita masih semangat menghadapi tourism meskipun di kala pandemi ini. Dan juga kami sangat menunggu untuk bisa bertemu di General Assembly yang akan di-host oleh Sumatera Utara. Dan setelahnya pun kita ada program TPO Tourism Network yang disampaikan oleh Mr. Joe tadi, yang merupakan ide yang sangat bagus di era pandemi, di mana ini mengangkat online dan digital marketing, dan beberapa kawasan negara di Asia Pasifik kita juga bisa berintegrasi dengan mereka supaya lebih memaksimalkan promosi turisme baik semua anggota TPO dan juga anggota non-TPO bisa melihat aktivitas dari TPO sendiri yang lebih aktif lagi. Untuk agenda 3, other matters proposed by participating member cities. Saya rasa publikasi TPO bisa ditayangkan lebih luas, jadi tidak hanya internal TPO yang bisa mengakses, dan juga mungkin bisa disayangkan dari video-video pariwisata dari masing-masing member cities di dalam live YouTube-nya dari TPO, supaya kita bisa, masyarakat umum bisa mengakses semua dokumen atau file-file dari member-member TPO yang ada di live YouTube-nya dari TPO Sekretariat. Mungkin itu masukan dari saya. Terima kasih, Mr. Secretary General.
Ya, terima kasih.
Selamat pagi.
Jadi kami akan juga TPO akan berupaya terus untuk meningkatkan mutu pelayanan yang lebih berguna dan memanfaatkan untuk kota-kota kami. Jadi seperti tadi saya sebut, kerukunan dan persatuan antara sesama anggota TPO ini penting sekali dan bernilai, dan juga akan sangat membantu pemulihan pariwisata. Jadi saya tadi saran agar itu antara sesama anggota TPO menjalin kerjasama. Jadi umpamanya Pariaman juga membina kerjasama dengan tadi kota-kota anggota TPO lain, dan melalui MOU memberi kemudahan yang spesial, seperti diskon besar untuk perhotelan, rental, ya, atau biaya antri ke fasilitas pariwisata. Jadi kalau begitu, ya itu dari segi itu, kalau anggota TPO lebih menjadi besar, lebih banyak di Indonesia itu, ya mungkin kita bisa menciptakan juga manfaat lebih besar dan lebih praktikal antara sesama anggota. Dan tahap kedua, kalau sudah turisme internasional, kalau sudah bisa berlangsung, ya melalui jaringan TPO, bau-bau bisa menjalin juga MOU yang sama dengan Busan atau dengan Beijing atau Shanghai atau Fukuoka, juga yang melakukan tadi itu saran saya yang sama, seperti yang sama, saling memberi kemudahan-kemudahan atau insentif kepada wisatawan dari kota-kota anggota TPO lain. Jadi kalau kita bersatu dan rukun, banyak yang hal bisa dikerjakan untuk kepentingan bersama begitu. Saya mau buka kesempatan kepada satu dua perwakilan lagi. Ada, oh silakan. Tadi minta maaf itu ibu dari Jakarta ya, Ibu Sonti. Silakan Ibu Sonti.
Terima kasih Profesor Kim Il Soil. Your bahasa is so fluent. We make us proud. Terima kasih ya. I should learn your bahasa also someday. I just want to share, I don't want to lose my time, so I just want to share that Jakarta is also doing, of course, like any other cities in the whole world do. We do try to make less of the COVID-19 impact to our citizens here in Jakarta. But as your proposal for the tourism promotion, which one is that? The TPO, trade, which one is that? Network, TTN. I do think that it is a very great idea. The thing is, I have already learned your proposal. The thing is that I think we should elaborate it more. So we do need some more detailed, some more discussion for detailed issue. Maybe we can just give it, you can just give it to us as the staff discussion later on. Maybe we can have next month or 2 months later on, because we need to elaborate more about the proposal they have just give to us. For example, who should take care of this from each city? Who should be the eligible members from the private ones? Because it is mentioned here that the members can be also the private, if I'm not mistaken. So I do think that more discussions should be held to elaborate more about the issues. That's the first one. The second one is, I do think that this kind of seminar, this kind of webinar, we should make it into a regular one, so that we can learn from each other. I mean, this is good. For me, this is very good. This is very, yes, this is very fruitful to learn from, let's say, Pariaman and Yogyakarta and other cities in Indonesia. If possible, you can arrange this kind of meeting, the virtual meeting, with other cities around the world too. I mean, around all the member cities of TPO, not only from here, from Indonesia, but also from other cities around the world. So that we can learn each other, we can help each other. At least we can hear what you have done, what you will done, and what is the existing projects that you are carrying on in your city, something like that. So I do think that this kind of virtual meeting, we can hold it regularly. Thank you.
Ibu, tadi saya sangat tersentuh ini saran Ibu. Saya ekspektasi peran Pak Co-Presiden kita, Dr. Genius, itu penting sekali. Jadi harap Pak Dr. Genius memimpin agar anggota TPO di Indonesia menjalin sistem atau hubungan kerjasama yang akrab dan saling menguntungkan di Indonesia, khusus di situasi yang sangat challenging seperti mungkin lebih penting itu kerjasama itu antara sesama anggota kami. Jadi tadi ada Bapak tadi Jailolo, mungkin ini terpaksa harus yang terakhir ini karena sudah beberapa wakil ada yang meninggalkan itu tempatnya. Silakan Pak, ya secara ya to the point aja Pak.
thank you for Prof. Kim.
Yeah.
I just want to share how from Yogyakarta State, it's very good idea, and Mrs. Tonti from Jakarta is very good idea. But if we want to continue our discussion for today, after this, maybe we make like a WhatsApp group for this the member cities. So after that, maybe I want to make cooperate with the Yogyakarta. I can uh, private chat with them and the other cities. So maybe after that, we make like a WhatsApp group. So yeah, maybe after this discussion, after this meeting, we can share anything in our group, and information, something, maybe your plane or I mean the news from the tourism event from the all of the member cities. We can share in the WhatsApp group. Maybe like that. Prof. Kim, I think like that. Thank you very much.
Pertukaran umpamanya wisatawan antara kota itu harus berdasarkan perbedaan ciri-ciri iklim pariwisata mungkin. Jadi maksud saya antara daerah yang berciri-ciri pariwisata yang mirip mungkin tidak begitu produktif. Begitu. Jadi wisatawan itu biasanya pergi ke sesuatu tempat. Umpamanya orang dari Jailolo, masyarakat Jailolo lebih minat pada suatu tempat yang beriklim atau budaya atau sumber destinasi pariwisata yang beda daripada Jailolo sendiri. Dan juga sebaliknya, orang Jakarta, orang yang di metropolitan ada lebih kemauan yang untuk mengalami yang iklim yang lebih penuh alam mungkin. Jadi perbedaan iklim alam atau aset-aset adat atau budaya makanan yang beda itu merupakan atraksi yang bisa menarik wisatawan dari negara-negara. Jadi maksud saya kalau TPO ada kota anggotanya di setiap provinsi itu, mungkin penjalinan kerjasama itu bisa memproduksikan efek yang lebih besar itu dari segi itu kerjasama itu. Jadi saya juga mengira nanti tahun depan kita harus sukseskan itu General Assembly itu karena ramai kota asing itu akan memandang ke Sumatera Utara secara khusus dan Indonesia secara umum begitu. Jadi untuk itu juga saya kira perlu kita juga expand jumlah anggota TPO di Indonesia, gitu. Jadi agar lebih meriah. Gitu. Saya baru terima suggestion dari Sumatera Utara, Ibu. Jadi yang ini terpaksa mungkin menjadi yang terakhir dan kemudian saya ajak co-presiden kita Dr. Genius untuk memberi beberapa kata untuk menutup acara ini secara resmi. Begitu.
Terima
Silakan.
kasih Mr. Kim. Terima kasih Mr. Kim. Nama saya Laila Lubis. Mohon maaf Ibu Ria harus meninggalkan meeting karena ada rapat lain yang tidak bisa diwakilkan. Di sini Mr. Kim, kami dari Provinsi Sumatera Utara ada beberapa hal yang ingin dipertanyakan. Di Sumatera Utara masih ada beberapa distrik, kabupaten, kota yang belum terdaftar menjadi anggota dari TPO. Saran dari Mr. Kim apabila kita ingin mengajak kabupaten kota lain di Sumatera Utara untuk bergabung menjadi anggota TPO, apakah bisa mendaftar sekarang menjadi member atau mungkin harus menunggu assembly tahun depan 2021, Mr. Kim? Nah, selanjutnya juga saran juga dari Ibu Kadis kepada Bapak Genus sebagai sekretari di Indonesia, mungkin untuk mensukseskan kegiatan kita di tahun 2021, ada baiknya regional Indonesia memiliki grup khusus untuk memudahkan saling berkomunikasi antara member TPO di Indonesia. Yang berikutnya, Mr. Kim, North Sumatra Province Government ingin tahu pada kegiatan General Assembly TPO 2021 nanti, kira-kira tanggal berapa akan dilaksanakan agar pemerintah Provinsi Sumatera Utara bisa menyiapkan planning untuk mensukseskan kegiatan tahun depan. Itu saja, terima kasih.
Oke, jadi secara hal-hal yang teknikal itu mungkin nanti akan juga dikomunikasikan, itu bisa dikomunikasikan dengan staf saya yang menangani masalah ini. Tapi kalau saya jawab mengenai pertanyaan itu, waktu kapan bisa melamar itu aplikasi untuk menjadi anggota TPO, sekarang kapan-kapan saja bisa, karena evaluasi requirement untuk menjadi anggota itu akan diadakan di rapat executive committee TPO. Jadi kami berencana melakukan rapat executive committee ini pada bulan November yang mendatang. Jadi kalau sekarang kalau diajukan itu, kita bisa membawa aplikasi itu ke rapat executive committee pada bulan November. Dan masa General Assembly TPO biasanya antara bulan September dan Oktober begitu. Jadi pada prinsipnya kami harap tahun depan juga bisa dilaksanakan pada waktu yang sama, karena ini sudah menjadi praktis begitu. Anggota-anggota ingat itu biasanya masa General Assembly antara akhir September dan awal Oktober. Terima kasih. Kalau begitu, saya juga maunya teruskan itu, karena saya tidak bisa sering jumpa bapak-bapak dan ibu-ibu. Jadi, tapi kita ada banyak kesibukan, jadi saya juga tidak mau mengganggu. Gitu. Jadi walaupun terasa sedikit sayang, ya terlepas kita sekarang sudah waktu untuk mengakhiri acara yang ini. Jadi sekali lagi saya ucapkan terima kasih atas yang perspektif, pendapat, saran yang sangat bergizi, kaya, yang sangat membantu bagi kita semua. Terakhir, saya ajak Pak Presiden untuk menutup acara hari ini. Sekian peran saya. Sekali lagi saya ucapkan banyak terima kasih, dan saya selalu berdoa agar bapak-bapak ibu-ibu selalu sehat dan direstui Tuhan. Terima kasih. Silakan Pak Genius.
Thank you very much indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we truly hope that you have had a fruitful experience of learning and sharing and networking. All good things must come to an end. Before we close the program, I'd like to once again invite the co-president of TPO, the mayor of Pariaman City, to deliver his closing remarks.
Terima kasih Profesor Kim dan also para semua peserta TPO Regional Meeting yang telah kita laksanakan. Dari pagi kita telah mendengarkan berbagai sharing yang kita lakukan, terutama sesi 1 dari Jailolo, dari Padang, dari Sedang Pedagai, Pak Sukirman, kemudian dari Jakarta, Pak Aldi, kemudian pada sesi tanya jawab kita banyak menerima masukan secara khusus dari Jakarta bagaimana kita harus selalu melakukan sharing untuk berbagi pengalaman dalam menghadapi corona dan juga mengembangkan pariwisata kita, dan juga dari Sumatera Utara mengharapkan partisipasi kita atau aktif kita secara bersama-sama untuk menyiapkan secara baik-baik Sumatera Utara atau Indonesia di tahun depan untuk menjadi tuan rumah General Assembly TPO. Semuanya telah menjadi catatan kita. For all participants, we have share very good idea to share our experience in our city with others and also in our country to doing the best thing to develop our tourism sector. Even we face of tourism COVID problem today, but overall we have some new innovation that we discussed this morning. I think it's very useful for our region, and also we can have formulate good policy making for our in our district, in our city, and also and a very good benefit for our people. And also for this closing remark, and thank you very much for all participants, especially for Secretary General of TPO, and also for the Secretary General of TPO, Professor Kim, and also for all members of TPO, Indonesian regional member, and also new member. And also I hope for the next meeting, we will get new member as the North Sumatra said before, and TPO will be grow up in Indonesia. So we can for the future, this relation will bigger, will develop and help any city in Indonesia to develop this tourism sector. Thank you very much, and we will meet again. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you.
Yeah. So lastly, once again, I'd like to invite Professor Dr. Kim Soo-ee to deliver his closing remarks. Please welcome.
Sudah. I've already delivered my speech already. So you can just close, Mr. Cho. Okay.
Thank you very much, Professor Dr. Kim. So on this special occasion, on this special occasion today, this is a gentle reminder to those who have not yet made the payment for the membership fee for 2020 this year. It's very, very important to note that the annual membership fee is a crucial part of our financial resource for the operation of TPO. So please, once again, we kindly request you to settle the payment at your earliest convenience. So from now on, as we bring our meetings to a close, But we once again thank you for allowing us to be here this morning. To make this moment a memorable one, I'd like to invite all of you to take a group photo together. The photo will be taken by the TPO Secretariat. So please show your best smiles and toward the camera. So let's say, raise your right hand and let's say fighting against COVID-19. I will count 3, okay? 3, 2, 1, fighting against COVID-19. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
One more.
I will repeat the number again. 3, 2, 1, fighting against COVID-19.
Fighting COVID-19.
Fighting against COVID-19.
Fighting COVID-19.
Once again, thank you very much for your participation in this meeting, and I hope you found this program informative and useful. And it was a great pleasure to meet you all. Thank you very much. Stay safe and
Thank you
see
very
you.
much. Jai Dong Cho.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for all.
Thank you and all.
Thank you. Ansahamida. Ansahamida.
Next year.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bilangin ya.
Sehat-sehat semua.
From the girl from Mississippi.